Kathy Lucas, and welcome to TRAX. What can I say about the band I have on tonight? But that they have received not only international recognition for themselves, but they've also brought a lot of attention to a lot of other bands in the area. They are hot on the heels of their brand new release, Streets, and they're only headed one way, and that is the top. They are here live for the next hour. John Oliva, Chris Oliva, and Johnny Lee Middleton, Savatage. Guys, welcome to TRAX.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome home. You just recently got back from a European tour. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
It was awesome.
It was cold.
It was your first headline? Yeah, I'll bet it was cold.
Cold.
We're complaining because it's like, what, 50 degrees outside? We've got our leather jackets on. And
Yeah, it's nice.
It was so cold there. It was ridiculous. We had a lot of fun. It was our first headline tour, and most of the shows were sold out or near being sold out. So we were real happy about that. But it is good to be back home where the air is clean, the women are beautiful, and we do see the sunlight.
Absolutely. And it's great to have you back home, and it's especially nice that your first stop is on TRAX. You feel
First stop.
especially,
Everyone off for TRAX. Yes, watch your closing doors.
we feel especially honored. I want to talk a lot about your new release because it's something that, well, actually, the last time, John, that you were on the show, we were talking about you doing a live album. Is that something that maybe is still in the works somewhere along the line?
We got one in the can, right? But
We're dabbling.
Oh, you do have one in the can?
yeah, but we're just not really we're not really happy
We're going to do
with it.
some more recording like this year and do a more versatile live album maybe. You know?
Yeah, we don't want to put out a cheesy live album. If we're going to do it, we want to make sure it's, you know, that it's up to par. And if we're not happy with the material, then, you know, obviously some of the people aren't going to be. So, you know, but that's in the future plans,
Sure.
definitely.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Streets. How did the concept develop?
Well, is that cue?
That's your cue. That's your cue, bro.
Well, our producer, Paul O'Neill, had a screenplay that he had written that was based on the concept, you know, about the ups and downs of life, except in his story, the guy was a painter. Mm-hmm. We changed him into a rocker, obviously, since we can relate to that. And, I mean, it's just a very, very relatable story because it deals with a lot of stuff that's going on out in the world today. You know, drug addiction, alcoholism, love, religion, you know, it has, like, heavy religious things in there because the guy is very confused about religion, which I know a lot of people are, you know, with, oh, send me 20 and, you know, that thing. So it deals with a lot, but it really, you know, the whole moral behind the whole thing is to believe in yourself, like it says in the last song, believe. And all we're really trying to say is if you really do believe in yourself, then you can do whatever you want if you just focus on those goals and don't let these things sort of sidetrack you, like the monkeys and this and that you run into in the opera. They're all trying to, like, you know, screw him up.
Yeah. The album is incredibly creative, and it's got an enormous sound. As a matter of fact, St. Patrick's is almost like an invasion of privacy, if you know what I mean.
That's a heavy track because he's singing directly to God in that track. So, you know, and he's really not being very nice either. It was kind of difficult to do that track because he's like, you know, if you're so, you know, divine and all this stuff, then why is there all this pain on earth? And
right.
So he's like really confused at that time. So we wanted a big, like, gothic sound for that because he's supposed to be in this massive church singing or speaking. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. What's cool about it is that a lot of this stuff is different. No real song sounds the same. You know.
And there's something in it for everyone. Have you developed any new fans because of this?
Oh yeah.
We're hoping.
Yeah. Our show's like Ringling Brothers now.
Is it really?
Well, we got, you know, obviously the audience has broadened, and you know, we still got the, you know, the younger kids and stuff, but it's getting, you know, to where you look out there and you'll see a guy 35 and then you'll see someone 15 right next to him, and the guy 35 is like, you know, so yeah, it's working, and that's what we want to do. You know, we just want to keep trying to do new things, be creative, and you know, not get into any kind of a rut.
Sure. Chris, how do the hardcore fans react to a song like Believe? Are they sort of taken aback? Do they sort of, you know?
He gets some clapping every night.
They've actually...
Does it?
Yeah.
When we were in Europe, it was our first time we played these songs, and they went over as good, if not better, than some of the heavier songs. We were real surprised.
Really?
Because they are, I mean, they're heavy in their own way.
They're heavy lyrically. I mean, Believe is a very
deep
song. And it freaked us out because I remember like Johnny would be playing, he'd look over at me like I'd be playing the piano for Believe, and then all of them were like, you know, singing the lyrics. And,
you know, the lighters and
you know,
very heavy.
We were shocked the first night we played it, you know, that we did Somewhere in Time and Believe, because that's how we do it, just like it is on the record. And, you know, we get the people clapping, and like everyone's doing it. It's not just like 3 guys in the front. Right. You know, clapping with the beat of the song. It's like everyone was doing it.
Right.
It blew us away.
Personally, that's my favorite track off of the album. So,
well,
no favoritism. But you know, I was joking with somebody the other day. I said there needs to be a warning sticker on this album. Please don't drive and listen to this, because it sort of tends to carry you away, and it's hard to get my microphone going, play the drums, and drive at the same time.
Sabotage is dangerous to your health. Don't operate heavy machinery.
Exactly. Johnny, were there any reservations when I guess you guys were approached about doing the rock opera, since it really hasn't been done? I mean, Operation Mindcrime isn't really a rock opera. And
it's more of a concept.
Yeah, and what, 15 years? When's the last time it was done? It has to be at least 15 years.
There was a little bit of a...
Sticks did a little
You know, we kind of thought about it, well, you know, sticking your neck out, basically, is what you're doing. But the reviews in Europe have been great. We've been getting 5 out of 5s, and it's selling, and people seem to like it. So, and in this repressed market that we have with the economy and stuff, it's going to take something a little bit different to sell, you know, a large amount of records these days.
That's good.
That's good, Johnny.
That's very philosophical.
I love it. So guys, we've got a full call board, so I want to talk a little bit more about Streets, but let's go to the phone. Steve, how are you tonight?
Oh, great. How you doing?
We're doing great. Do you have a question for Savatage?
Yeah. Hey, John, that cross looks great there.
Oh, thanks. I stole it from Tony Iommi.
That's great.
Thanks.
Hey, you guys going to be doing a lot of touring this time out?
Yes, actually, our Livestock is our first show, and we're filming our video next week, and then we take off for 10 months worth of grueling work. So we're going to be out for a while. And I think we come back into the Tampa area around right after Christmas.
That's great. You guys just got back from Europe, huh?
Yes, we did.
Was it good over there?
It was definitely different. Definitely different.
Kicking, huh?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. We had great crowds, and we had a great time.
Well, hey, man, you guys are great, and I love you.
Thanks, bud.
Right.
Great.
Thanks for calling, Steve.
Thanks.
Ed, how are you tonight?
Just fine. I don't have a question, but I just want to say I think these guys are really good. I've seen them many a times.
Thank you.
And definitely get your money's worth when you go see them. They rock.
They do, and they will rock tomorrow night, 6:55.
Definitely.
At Livestock.
I know a lot of people that are hardcore fans and have followed you through the years, and we're glad to see that you guys are doing so well. Just keep it going.
All right, thank you very much.
Dana, how are you tonight?
Hang on a second.
Oh, Dana, are you there?
Hang on a second.
Hang on.
Who's this?
Who's
Dana, you're talking to Savatage.
I'm talking with Savatage?
Yep.
Whatever.
Do you know this guy?
Oh, it's him. What's happening?
Dude.
No, it's not.
No.
It's right.
No.
I can't get away from this guy's like a nightmare that won't go away.
Who's Dana?
Listen,
Dana's the thing that wouldn't
Dana,
leave.
where's my amp head, man? You
I was going to play the pipe for rap, but that won't work.
Okay.
It won't work.
Dana, we love you. Now get out of here.
Get out of here.
He wants to say, hey.
All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Gibson, drummer extraordinaire.
Hey, Steve. Lee.
Who else is there? Just John. I don't have a TV in front of me, so I don't know what you like.
No, Steve isn't here right now.
Thank God.
No waffles.
All right, thanks a lot for calling.
That's all we get?
That's it.
That's
Your
it.
history, dude.
Later, dude.
Thanks. I should also tell our audience that if you know anything about these guys, you've got to know one thing, and that's that they would not come on the show empty-handed. So they brought presents for you.
Oh, so we did, actually.
We did.
They did. They brought presents for you. If you want a copy of their brand new CD, if you're the next 3 callers right now, you've got yourselves a copy of Streets. And like I said, don't listen to this and drive. It's very dangerous to your health.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about the video that you're shooting next week. Is it going to be... Oh, God, how do I start this? I hear that there are possibly some Broadway play plans for Streets, so are you going to do the video, something like a movie, something that's going to, one song's going to follow another, and it's going to be a conceptual type thing, or...
Yeah, all the above.
What are we doing?
No, what we're doing is we're doing a video for Jesus Saves next weekend, somewhere here in the Tampa area.
We don't know where.
We don't know where yet. We're meeting the people tomorrow. Actually, we just found all this out today by, you know.
I just found it out now.
Right, he just found it out now.
We don't know what's going on.
The last to know. But we're doing that first. You know, it's not like we don't
like a brother.
But we're doing that first. We're doing another video when we come back around Christmas time for Tonight He Grins Again. And then we're doing another video in January after New Year's for Believe. So we got 3 lined up that we're committed to today on paper, mind you, which is nice. And the video is going to be kind of like live and acting stuff. And there are plans for us to do some kind of a home video thing with all the songs. But I mean, we're going to do that probably while we're touring and stuff. We'll be doing filming and footage, and, you know, funny backstage stuff and all kinds of neat stuff like that. So.
You mean there is some funny backstage stuff?
With this band, there's lots of funny stuff, you know.
Yes.
There's funny stuff all the time. But we keep a good sense of humor, because if we didn't, we'd have all lost our minds by now.
We would have killed each other.
Or killed each other.
Yeah.
Chris, let me ask you something. Is there any sibling rivalry, being that you and John are brothers?
Oh, absolutely.
You mean, do they fight a lot?
Yeah. Maybe I should be asking Johnny.
Yeah.
Do they fight a lot?
Ask Johnny this
Yeah,
one.
constantly. But it's not like fight.
We creatively
It's
fight.
like they fight, but it's like that's the thing they do.
We fight in the studio.
We do it good, too.
They do good fights, yeah. No fists or nothing.
In the studio?
I tried to hit him
We fight in the studio. when
Yeah,
it
he
comes
tried to hit
work,
him once.
you know, writing.
In
and stuff.
Germany, at one time I was
Well, this is your old.
in my older,
John.
wilder
The
John
old
days,
John.
I tried to punch him because I got a little drunk. Well, very
A lot of drunk.
And he got in my face, so I tried to punch him, and he ducked, and I hit Steve instead. I guess that's why he doesn't ever comes on TV.
I
was 'cause
guess.
he's afraid I might
His
punch him.
nose hasn't been right since.
No. But we have fun. You know, we have a good working relationship, one that's been developing since we were kids. So, you know, it's like we don't even have to talk anymore. We can just look at each other and know what the other one's thinking, which is a pretty scary thought, actually.
It's got to get tense, though, in the studio. Especially, I read that it was you were in the studio from October to July with this project.
Well, we worked on. We were writing from October to. What was it, February? Well,
I started in October.
You
Let's
started
get this
October.
story
Get the
Okay.
story straight.
I started working on the album in October. He later joined me and Paul like in December, and then I left early and went up into the MCA studios in January and recorded most of the album by myself on demo. And then he came up.
Piano stuff.
Right, he came up like a couple weeks later, and then Johnny and Steve came up and we just did it. So we actually started cutting tracks for the record in January, and I left the day before the 4th of July, was the last day of the session.
I bet.
See you
Oh, it was
later.
heavy. Because you
bet
got to
it's
realize it was like
exhausting.
doing 2